Yes, they talking, everybody's talking, everybody's talking just to talk. They talking, everybody's talking.
Let's talk about sexuality and identity.
Like, sometimes it's awkward to go like, hey, teach, so like, sex.
Yes, let's.
When I was a teenager, I couldn't have a discussion about being attracted to a girl. I mean, it wouldn't even be, that wasn't even in the ether. Now, I was a teenager in the 70s, so it's been a while. But it seems to me, and it seems so healthy to me, and I could be crazy, but it seems like for you guys, sexuality is a little bit more on a spectrum.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yes, it is a spectrum. I identify as asexual and aromantic, which, just being asexual is that you don't want to have sex. In a nutshell, it's essentially that. It's like you don't experience sexual attraction. For the longest time, I thought it was a joke. When people were like, oh yeah, I want to have sex with him, and I'm like, I thought they were joking. I thought they were like over-exaggerating. And then at one point, I realized that no, they weren't. I found out this about myself through the internet. And because there was nobody I knew who identified that way, and nobody that I knew for a while, I'm like, well, no matter what gender somebody is, I don't really feel different. I don't feel different for guys or girls. Maybe I'm pan. And then I'm like, no, I don't feel it for anyone. Because I know people who are asexual who are like, I don't know why I don't want to have sex. And it's because you don't. It's just, it's okay. It's such a sex-driven world.
Yeah.
And if you're not sex-driven, there's nothing wrong with you.
I'm straight, but I was like, when I would see a girl, I would be like, she's really pretty. And then I would think, wait, does that mean I like her? That doesn't mean that you like someone just because you think that they're beautiful. And I think it's really important to let people know that there's a difference between that. You can think someone is beautiful just because they are. It doesn't mean you're attracted to them. And I think coming from a family that you don't talk about that, it was very hard for me to cope with what I was dealing with. I was like, what does this even mean? Because I've never liked a girl that way. I've always liked boys. And I remember my stomach would start to hurt because I was like, there's something wrong with me. And it was a really tough thing to go through because I actually felt sick because I was making myself sick.
I recently came out as bisexual. Both me and a close friend, we discovered it by talking about it with each other. And when I tell guys that, they're like, oh, that's so cool, that's hot. But then when I tell them that I have a male friend who's bisexual, they go, guys can't be bisexual. Either you're gay or you're straight. I hear every single time I mention that I have a guy friend who's bisexual, that's what they say. Oh, grown man can't be bisexual. Really? That's interesting.
I remember bringing up with my dad about sexuality because I don't know, I think it's very natural for people to be curious am I attracted to the other sex or am I attracted to both or am I not attracted at all? And I brought it up with my dad and he was like, those are all myths, they're not real, don't worry about it, you're fine. But for me, I'm just oh wait, there's this whole world I haven't discovered yet. But wait, there's more.
I'm excited because you guys are wonderful. It's really, it's so fun to just imagine you guys making such an incredible difference. And you're just starting out and figuring out what you want to do and be, and I'm really excited for you. It's so fun to meet you all.
I was coaching for a private Catholic school for lacrosse, and in the middle of my second season coaching, I had figured out that I was not straight. And I was friends on Facebook with coaches from the school and coaches throughout the area. And for me, it was a chance that if they had found out I was not straight, I couldn't coach for that school. And I adored my players. I adored the parents. I was starting to date a woman at the time, and she had friended me on Facebook, and I was so afraid of some comment coming out on my Facebook post. I did not friend her on Facebook.
Oh.
It's taken years. I just turned 26, and this is the first year that I'm really starting to be okay with myself, be open about myself, share with people about myself, and it's taken a lot of time, but definitely.
That's awesome.
So,
That's really awesome.
you guys, like what you guys have been talking about today has been relevant to me even still, and it's been really touching. So.
She the best. I'm ready to take our love to the next step. Yes, yes, they talking, everybody talking. Yes, they talking, everybody's talking. Yes, they talking, everybody's talking.